Table set, the lights are burning low. Maps are worn and dice are warm. It's time to let it go. Heroes born for just one night, then lost to legend's flame. Every tale is different, but the risk is still the same. Like closing eyes. Then fate rolls one last time.
Hey there, role players, gamers, geeks, freaks, and everyone in between. Welcome back to Deacon's Table. I am Deacon Blues, your resident dungeon master, and this is my table. And we are going to welcome our guests here momentarily and just kind of do a brief synopsis after that of what's been going on. But until then, let's go through and meet everybody. Zahir, we're going to start with you. Who are you, and who are you playing this evening?
I am Hugh, and I am playing Zahir Asher, a desert elf warden. I think kind of like a fighter druid mix, and that's it.
Okay, excellent. And Xylea, who are you and who are you playing?
Hi there, I'm Jen, and I am playing Xylea Moonfrost, favorite. And she is a wood elf and a druid circle of the moon.
Excellent. And then we have Valor. Valor, who are you and who are you playing?
Hi, I'm Dave, and I am playing Volar Deep Chant. As you can see, I'm toad-like. I am a sea folk bog caller, and I am a scion.
Excellent. And last but not least is Riptide, RT. Who are you and who are you playing?
I am playing Riptide, and I will be going by that name. and she is a tidewalker, myth weaver. So she's got kind of a bard energy to her.
Excellent. Excellent. So welcome, players. Now, as some of you out there watching may or may not know, we began the new season of Deacon's Table in our Discord not too long ago on the island of Thalos Reach. Thalos Reach is a very much Mediterranean-inspired small island. You can pretty much, depending on the terrain, get from one end of the island to the other on horseback in about a day. So with steady travel, it's not very big, but it is still expansive in its own right. The group is currently set up in a river bend along the banks of the river. They have some spread out homesteads that have been selected intentionally to stay under the radar of anything else that may live on the island. There is one known humanoidish settlement on the northern side of the island. That is the Bay of Stillwater. You have already encountered a new species known as Plain Striders, and they have a tribal set up just south of where you are, and you've heard that there's also centaurs somewhere on the island as well, further south than the Plain Striders. So that's where you all are, and you've all been kind of working on your individual homesteads, repairing them after they've been abandoned for 150 years, and making discoveries of what was left behind. One such discovery, Xylea, on their homestead, which is known as Stonefield Rise, discovered that in behind their dilapidated home is what looks like a buried storm cellar that looks like it goes a little bit beyond a storm cellar. So Xylea has determined to go to River Quiet Landing and basically recruit others to help, explore this cellar, if you will, or whatever else is down there. So she has Zahir and Valor and RT and Riptide. So with that, you guys are at River Quiet Landing. Is there anything, Xylea, you want to tell them or say to them as you guys are taken across the river, by the way, to that, or no, you don't have to on this side. You guys are brought across the river to Xylea.
To get to Quiet Landing.
Start up the hill. You guys start up the hill from where you're at right now. So
up the hill, head south and east a little bit. Yep. So Xylea would take them up to the homestead, kind of show them what she's got that she started so far with the gardens as they get up towards the house, and that she just finished the animal enclosure. So now she's got to find some goats or something to put in there.
Yes, it's clear that there's been some work done here. I mean, it still looks like the main house is really in disrepair. There is a shed and some outbuildings, and she said the animal enclosures have been recently fixed up. As you guys get to the top of the rise, the wind here, I mean, from Zahir especially and Valor, from where you guys are located, the winds are something that's very common for you. You've kind of grown accustomed to the sound of the wind outside the central hall. Here, it doesn't rush. It moves with purpose amongst the cypress, amongst the tall grasses. It's steady. It's unbroken. It bends tall grasses in long, rolling waves that, as you're looking, just as you take it all in, as you're taking everything in as you go up, you see the stone lines that were started off as walls in some places. In other areas, they they come to the surface and then they vanish beneath the soil again, been grown over. Patches of disturbed soil catch the light before being swallowed once more beneath the grasses. So you can see where they've done work, and you can see where things have just been left as they were. Ahead, you see the homestead standing pretty much as it was built, sort of. It's low. It seems that the cornerstones seem very firm and steady. The roof dips at one spot along one side. Tiles have shifted, but they haven't fallen off. The door is closed currently. It's a little bit swollen in its frame. There's no smoke rising from inside. No one's is in there currently. But yet, right now, from what you see, nothing feels abandoned here. So obviously, Xylea and Cowrie have been living amongst the homestead. Just parts of it have just been left. To the south, the olive and cypress line stirs. Shadows breaking and reforming with each passing breath of wind. The grazing fence that you see in the back leans where it once held straight. The garden plots have been fixed. Their lines still fairly faint, but present. Nothing has been left to collapse. The air is warm. It's dry. But something does feel off. You're not sure what it is. So what are you guys doing? I mean, the grasses that you see when you walk up the hill, these are tall grasses. So anything beyond 20 feet from you can't see. If there was someone walking up like 20 feet away, you wouldn't be able to see them in these tall grasses. Well, you could probably see maybe at 30 feet, but you know what I mean? You get that little bit of obscurity as they're coming up. Obviously, it gives you, there's cover in this area. The wind pattern, as I mentioned, is steady. It's not like it's varied or shifting. It's just a steady wind at the top of the rise that you're experiencing. So what do you guys do as you're rounding? Because I take it, Xylea, you're taking them around back where the storm cellar entrance is.
Yes.
Or are you going into the house first? I'm going to go through the house. It's easier to get to the storm cellar through the house, so you can get to it from around back, but...
Sure, let's do that. Let's go through the house, and I would tell them that since you're here, we haven't actually opened up the house yet, and it might be easier to go to the cellar through it. So let's just do that while you're here.
Lead the way, Xylea.
So you guys start walking towards the front door of the house. Is anybody doing anything?
I would be looking around for signs of activity in the area.
Are you looking for more sights or sounds, or what specifically? Anything, or just general perception?
Well, sights and sounds. As I'm looking.
Okay, so general perception. Roll me a perception check.
19.
Nice. It was almost not noticeable, but as you're getting closer to the house, the wind pattern changes. Because again, as I said, you've been used to hearing the sound of the wind blow. And then when you got up here, you notice that same sound of the wind blowing through the grasses. But then all of a sudden you're getting near the house, and even though it should, I mean, obviously the wind is going to be ricocheting off different things, but something sounds off. And you notice as you're passing by certain patches of ground that there's like a hollow resonance in the air to that sound of the wind. It's like a hollowness. So almost like it's hard to, like if there's air going down a hallway and then you suddenly open a door, that kind of that hollowness, like the sound is escaping. That's what you notice as you're walking. Whether you share that's up to you. If anybody else is doing anything else,
I will share it with the others that I hear sound of air moving through a hollow space. Are there other entrances to your cellar or below your house?
Silea looks at him and goes, "Is that what the thing I couldn't quite put my finger on has been?" You know.
Yeah, you've
Gotten so
been
used
kind
to
of.
it.
There's been something there with you too, as you've been working around the place. You just couldn't put your finger on it.
Right.
Now you're kind of sensing that.
We've just been
anybody else
working out
got-
of the shed. I've got my tent in there. We've just been staying in there. There's I forgot to mention, there's somebody in the tree line there in the woods. Something's watching us from there. We caught glimpses of it. Never know what it is. It's not sure if it's humanoid even or not, but something's definitely watching.
They haven't approached.
No,
Do you want to
but every day
investigate
they're
that?
there. I was going to, but I just been so busy with getting everything all set up.
Well, I mean, we're here. If we wanted to check that out now.
We could. I just had a feeling it's nothing. I think that if it was something that was against
You
us, it
found
would have made us
you
move
found that
along.
trade object, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah. Just as a reminder that you did. There was something left there for you. So
I think it might be one of the plane striders. I don't know. But it doesn't. It's watching. I don't think it's. I think it was something that needed to take care of. You know, I don't know. I just don't get the feeling that it's harmful.
yeah, there's been no sense from either you or from Cowrie with regard to the Watcher that there's ill intent involved. At least that you've been able to sense so far.
Right.
So how tall?
I kind of had a plan. Check it out sometime.
What's that?
How tall is the tall grass? Basically, what we see here.
Right when you're near the house, about what you see here, when you walked up the hill, it would be chest high.
Okay.
Here, it's like if you go off the path area, it's about waist high.
Okay.
And the tree line behind the house gets thicker.
So I'm going to observe. Pardon me. I'm going to observe the movement of the grass in correspondence with the wind, and I'm going to do it near that empty chamber that of
The hollow sound?
The hollow sound.
Okay.
So I'm going to take a closer look to see.
Well, I'm going to give you a choice. You can roll me a survival, or you can roll me an investigation. That's up to you.
They're both the
What
same.
you find will be different
Okay.
depending.
We'll try investigation first then.
Okay.
Where are we? Okay, that's a 16.
Okay. You're kind of looking again over the property. You see where these small stone walls have been erected, and they're not cut stone walls. These are very rough stone walls. So looking almost natural. And then when you see those lines of, a stone line rising up out of the dirt and then sinking back into there, you were under the assumption walking up that it was just an old wall. Well, you're kind of identifying it as there's geometric pattern to the shapes of the wall, the outline of the stone. It's not natural. Like, this is not just natural stone. This is not a wall above surface. There's something below, or there was. So,
Okay, so I'm obviously going to convey this to the party. So what we're dealing with is something under your house that could very much be alive and has taken hold of this land and making these what it thinks is a natural formation, but to us, this is not a natural formation. So are you sure?
Definitely. when I started down the cellar, I definitely felt that it wasn't safe to continue without coming back with some reinforcements. That's why I came and
Okay.
got you there to talk to you about it.
All right. Okay.
Well,
There were some
way.
runes on the wall down there.
So here's back.
Yeah, I was getting a lot of feedback, and so I refreshed.
Does it sound better?
It's better now. The
Okay.
feedback's gone.
So you get up close and you pass this information on, and you're looking at the layout of the way it was, and you're getting closer to the structure. The structure holds its shape. It's sturdy and looks very defiant the way it's set into the rise. Even the timber frame amongst the stone remains true. The stone foundations, there's no cracks beyond age. The door, even though it is swollen and weathered, it fits the frame as though it was just closed yesterday. You can see dust gathering along the edges of the threshold. They haven't been in. It hasn't been disturbed. The porch creaks under your weight, not from rot, but from just disuse. One corner has settled slightly, just enough to tilt the line of sight towards the grass and the earth beyond. And the windows are all shuttered from inside.
So you haven't been using this house.
It almost seems like whoever left this place closed it up, intending to come back, but wanting
That's
it
what we
to last
experienced
a
at
while.
Freshwind Breach.
What's everybody's passive perception?
Where do I find that?
Well, Dahlia's got an 18 on that.
Oh,
19 for Zahir.
Wow.
15.
15.
I'm find it in this passive perception. Where the
It'll be with your senses.
Or you just take your perception score and add 10.
So it'd be 16?
Okay. So all three of you notice this as you're standing before the door, that there is a slight variation in the temperature.
Is it colder?
Colder or
It's cooler.
This is kind
Not
of like
cold.
the cellar.
Just cool.
Kind of like the cellar was. I felt the cold draft coming, and that's what made me go open the door to see what the cellar had in it. And then I never made it all the way down because
Okay. So Zahir will open the door to the homestead house.
All right. So you open the door. It's a typical look, very similar. All the homesteads look very similar. The wooden floorboards. There's probably most of these places had cellars or storage areas below. But there are, again, there's floorboards. They're pretty solid. They're aged and weathered. There's a few that are cracked. You can see there's definite gaps in the floorboards that you're going, and the dust patterns that have settled are completely undisturbed. Nothing has gone in or out of this building as it sits at the moment. Not a very big house, common room, hearth, a side bedroom.
Okay.
Just your typical farmhouse.
I will step inside, cautiously testing the floorboards since I knew there were hollow sounds around and that the cellar may be under the house.
When you're standing there over the floorboards and you're paying really close attention, you notice the gaps, and you can hear the wind, the air, the flow of air beneath the floorboards. You can feel a cooler temperature rising up from the floor. from beneath. So obviously part of the cellar is below the house. You do see across the room there is what is probably the door to the back of the little fenced-in yard they would have, or walled in this case. It's like stone walls around it. But that's what you see in the room.
Okay. I don't see an entrance to the cellar.
Not from in here, no.
Okay. I'll continue moving through the house. I'll check the one bedroom.
I'll be right
Yeah.
behind him.
Careful
think there's
about
two bedrooms.
There's two bedrooms. Yeah, but he's checking the one first.
Okay.
So you check the one. It looks like a bedroom that has just been left sit for 150 years. Nothing really significant stands out. No other access entrances to it. Same thing with the second bedroom when you check it. Checking around the common room with the hearth and everything, there's nothing, no access whatsoever to either any kind of a loft space or a cellar space from inside, from what you see in these.
Okay, is there any woven carpeting on the floor?
Looks like there might have been at one spot near the one corner of the hearth where there's a bunch of broken wood, dilapidated wood. It looks like it probably would have formed a rocking chair of some kind and a little rug that was there. But it's been kind of left for 150 years. There is a drip of water from a hole that's in the tile roof coming down on it, and it's just not I wouldn't want to stand on the floor there for very long because it looks like it's done some damage.
Xylia looks over and says, I'll have to repair that first.
Because I'm looking for specifically what could be like a trap door that was covered up by carpeting or tapestries.
Yeah, no, I get it. Like, I'm assuming that you guys, when you're going through these rooms, you're basically taking 10. You're taking your time. You're going in. You're checking out. I mean, obviously, you're not rummaging through stuff that might be there. That's up to Xylia and whatever else. But you're observing what the state the room is in, and anything that's just out of place, and you really don't see it.
Yeah, I don't.
How big are the gaps in the floor?
At the biggest one is about the size of my pinky, and it's dark down there. You can't see anything.
I don't know. It's a shot.
Does anybody have, are you guys using dark vision? Like, how are you guys lighting the space? I mean, it is daylight outside, but it's not in here. It's dark in here.
Okay.
Go and open a shutter.
Xylia wouldn't have thought anything about it being dark because she could see fine, just like Zahir.
Right.
So you open the shutters.
Yep.
So now if you don't have dark vision, you can see. And if you do have dark vision, you can see less. But yeah, even when you look in the cracks at this point, there's obviously a space down there, but what you see is a lot of cobwebs and dirt and dust, and looks like there may be some shelving at spots. Do you think you see? Yes.
I'm sorry. I need to take 5 minutes.
Okay.
If maybe. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay.
Right.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Okay. Thanks.
So if once I open up these the shutters, is there a sense of a change within the structure?
Other than, you ever gone out to your camping lodge cabin that you stayed in that's been sitting sealed up for the year, and then open the windows or the doors for the first time, and it kind of lets that light in? Well, this is kind of like that, but it's been sitting for 150 years. It's, you actually, with the things open, you actually know that there are 3 bats fly out the window from somewhere up in the roof corner.
Well, that'll be fun for them to deal with.
That's what I get for opening a window. A bird comes into my herbal shop. Then now I got bats. So, anyways, I'm just considering what Zahir and I have experienced in our own home. I was just making sure that, well, there's none here, shall we say?
Oh,
Yeah.
looking for a ghost?
Yeah, haven't
Little
sensed
Casper.
presence yet.
Yeah, that's a word. We're not sensing a Casper right now. All right, so there's nothing in this house right now, per se. Of
There is
any-
there is a back door that
There
leads
is a
to
back
the cellar.
Okay.
And out actually, because you opened how many did you open all the shutters?
Well, whichever one's in the main port. I didn't go into the bedrooms, so
Okay, so you do open up one of the shutters that beside the back door, and it
okay.
looks out over a small walled, like a short wall, like really short wall. Looks like it's toppled over or worn out. Rectangular shaped on the back of the property, and sure enough, it looks like it was pretty well covered, but they've been doing some work on the outside. There's an area that has been uncovered, and it looks like a raised mound that with a cellar door on it outside.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I will head out that back door.
Okay. I'm gonna hold off for that 5 minutes until we get Xylea back. It's a little I don't want to get too far ahead, and then she goes, "What did I miss?"
Considering it's her house, we're trespassing right now.
We were invited in.
Yeah. Well,
So for those of you watching while we're taking the time, you see the little ticker going across the bottom here. Make sure you do the whole subscribe, follow, like, hit the little bell icon to be notified when we do our live streams and what's going on. We normally live stream Tuesdays with our mini adventure series. As often as I can write them, as much as they are. They're not full one-shots. They're like 2-hour mini adventures. And then we do our Thursday night live stream sandbox game of Southern Expanse. And hopefully that returns this week, as we're going to do a little bit of a shift again in play now that we've landed in Lowforge. And we're going to do a little bit of urban scroll, because even when you guys were in the party was last time in Elderlock, you didn't really do much in the city. You were either under it or you were off in the desert.
we're being chased out.
You were being chased out. True enough. But yeah, make sure you guys do that whole thing, and the link bio that's going by as well. Click that. That's all of our social medias. And the very top one is the most important. It's our Discord server. Join the Discord. Come do up a character. D&D 5e. These are custom ancestries. These are we can use custom classes or D&D classes. You can even use D&D ancestries if you like. We do prefer, though, if you use native to our campaign setting. And then we'll get you started. We'll get you playing. We do 24/7 play by post. And then we do these sessions where all of the Discord players have a chance to jump in and do a live stream. So, yeah, that's what we do. So, I know I got why is it we always end up getting people just advertising? Vivo, wait for his idea.
RT is nosy enough that she's just going to walk around and just run her hand along things and cast prestidigitation so all the dust is gone.
Okay. So Xylea will notice as you guys are looking around that as you're done looking, the place is clean.
I've got one talent, and it's dust be gone.
You've got more than one talent.
I do have
my team game at the library is they were trying to figure it out. They're dealing with a band of bandits that they're stealing wagon wheels and the actual people from them, but they are like every time they recover an abandoned wagon, like there's no cargo in it, there's no wheels, and there's no people, but there's also no blood, and they haven't figured out the fact that there is a wand of prestidigitation that one of the bandits uses to clean up after themselves. So there's no evidence and trace of foul play.
That's smart.
Why are they stealing just the wheels?
They're building something.
Okay.
A massive wheeled something.
Okay.
Okey-dokey.
Or at least they think they're going to build something. But anyway, so coming back now that you're here, Xylea, they have, before you leave the common room to the back door, you do notice that after Riptide passes over the room, your room's clean. There's no dust in here anymore. It's spotless and tidy.
Riptide, did you do that?
Yes. I'm sorry. Is that okay?
Thank you.
Welcome.
That'll save us a lot of elbow grease work.
You can do a side gig as a
Remind
maid.
me of that, though, Xylea. Remind me of that in the Discord so I can make note of that so that I can make sure it goes in our role play summary.
Okay.
It's clean in there now and dusted, so that's been taken care of. So you're out at the back door. Valor looked out the one back window, did see where you discovered that little mound where there's a cellar door entrance in the ground. You've kind of pushed the grass back away from it to expose it. And now you're at the back door. Opening the back door beyond the house, the land in this yard reveals more than that house ever could. You see the fence lean where it once would have been straight. The posts softened by time, but not broken. The garden plot is uneven, but the borders are visible beneath the grass, and the earth remembers where it was, piled up to form a garden. Then the wind, all of a sudden, again, when you're out back, shifts. Not across the land, but through the trees. For a moment, you hear the leaves all rustle as much as they can on the small olive trees, and then the grass parts as it goes. And for a brief moment, you see this, again, stone line beyond the backyard, kind of lined up almost with the cellar, where the cellar door is that you see. But set into the ground, the grass does settle again, and that's what you're currently looking at right now. So what are you guys doing as you're kind of standing in the backyard observing this? There's no way out of the yard, by the way, other than climbing over the wall or going back through the house. There is a couple breaks in the wall where you're not really climbing over much. You're just kind of stepping through it. But
Okay. I will step out the back door and say, is this the cellar that you were speaking about, Xylea?
Yes, I had gone down there hoping to find maybe some shelving and setups that would be easy to reestablish for storing, especially my clay for making my pottery. It's cool down here, moist. But instead I found, well, you'll see. But she lets him go ahead.
Anything we should know before we open this door?
Nothing particular. Just I didn't proceed all the way down before I decided that I'll wait and come back another day.
So what was it that made you wait?
A sense of, I should say, dread, wrongness, something dangerous. I don't know.
that's what tingling.
Okay, and this door, is it, what's the door made out of?
It's like one of those typical wooden, cypress wood doors. Big. It's reinforced. It's big. It's heavy. It is a little warped from age and time, but it looks like the hinges are still intact.
And how is it sealed?
Currently, it's not. It looks like there is a clasp on it, but there's no lock on it.
Okay, so if there's anything down here, it could have easily got itself out.
Yeah, that's
If it really wanted to. So,
Maybe it has a different entrance and exit.
That's what I was worried about. If there's something,
Okay. Zahir will open the doors.
Okay.
dum dum dum.
A slanted stone frame emerges beneath the doors in the grass, half buried, intact. As I said, these doors were wooden, reinforced. The handles, they're kind of recessed, so when you come up and you lay the doors on the side. But at a distance, you really, when the grasses are all growing and everything's set here, you would have a hard time determining that there was a set of doors here. There's no warping, there's no rot that you can see, just time. Something does appear to have pressed against the door. It's not really a warp, but it's just kind of like, it looks like how over time when you know there's been something sitting on it, like a weight on it, but it's not enough to do a full warp, but there's like a pressure, something is pushed on it from below.
Okay.
Not from above, but from below.
Was this locked when you found it, Silia?
this
You
player
wouldn't have
doesn't
noticed
remember. Okay.
You wouldn't have noticed that at the time. It was just, I mean, that because you're
No,
paying more close
it
attention.
wasn't.
There's 4 of you here. You're gathered. You're looking. You're just kind of. You guys were just working at that time, and now you're kind of looking a little deeper.
Okay. I will carefully make my way down.
It seems sealed. But again, just like the house, as if somebody was leaving and wanting it all sealed
Okay,
up.
so you walked into the stairwell and you start walking down.
And what
Yeah,
is the
that's-
what's the
Doing
stairwell?
anything
made of?
as you do.
What's the
Stone.
stairwell? All stone? Okay.
It's all stonework. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't have walked down on wood. I probably would have jumped.
The only part that's wood is the frame where the door is. And
Okay.
actually, roll me, anybody who's looking at that, roll me an investigation, please.
Not 20 or 20.
Oh, very good.
15.
15 and above, barely, like 15 will barely see it, but 20, no problem. On the inner side of, because you've got the doors now open and they're now resting open. Now that it's open and you've come down, you see the light kind of hit the frame and you're looking at it. There are scrape marks on the inside of the frame that you wouldn't have been able to see if the door was closed from the outside. It's only visible now that it's open.
Okay.
Does Zahir point that out?
Yeah, he will definitely point at the scratch marks and the indentation in the stairs.
So Xylea looks at that and said, "This is very concerning. I'm glad I came and got you before I went further. Something big
Yeah.
and clawed has been living down in here."
I've only had the one experience with a gravel maw, but do I think these match the claws of a gravel maw?
No,
Okay.
they're not that big.
Okay, I was going to inquire about the width and depth of these claw marks.
Well, they're not claw marks necessarily. They're scratches.
Oh, scratch.
Some kind of scratch mark. It could be from a claw. It could be from a dagger. It could be from a spike. It could be from anything.
So it's not like
It's not like a definitive claw mark.
okay.
It's,
And
there's scratches.
it's not like into the wood and pulls the wood back. Okay.
No.
Okay.
All right.
As I go down, it's dark in there. Is that correct?
It is dark. As you're going down, cool air rises up from below, carrying with it the scent of stone, moisture, and something else. It's not rot. It's not decay. It's something living here where light doesn't belong.
Okay.
The darkness below is clearly not empty.
Xylia would have handed everybody a torch if they want to light it. She said inside there.
Well, I have a light rock that was gifted to me by Serena that lasts for 12 hours.
Okay.
All I have to do is get it a little wet. And I tied it up in a
Okay.
rawhide and hung it from my neck.
Are we wanting to light the space up, or are we wanting to maybe scout ahead a little bit?
I would like to see what's coming for me before it gets here.
All right. Artie is going to press a gem in her ring, and it's going to give off this light effect as if it is going through water.
Nice. So light, but a little bit like diffused.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And the radius, what's the radius of all that?
Mine's like a standard light spell.
Okay.
20
Yeah,
foot.
so it's pretty well lit.
Okay, just want to make sure. So I'm going to go up and light that.
Between Riptide and between Zahir, there's enough light, and torches. Okay. There's enough light you're going, because the light from above doesn't follow you very far. It clings to like the edges of that doorway, almost, stretching downward only a short distance before it gives way to shadow, and then now you have your light sources. The stone steps descend at a steady angle, worn smooth by one long past, but not yet lost to time. The air shifts as you move below. It's cooler, it's stiller, but yet not stagnant. At the base of the steps, the cellar opens into a low chamber lined with fitted stone. The walls are intact, each block placed with care and purpose. Shelving frames the edges of the room, some collapsed, others still holding the shape of what they once carried. Clay jars sit where they were left. Wooden crates remain stacked. Though some have split with age, nothing has been scattered around the room. Nothing has been disturbed. And yet, the space feels occupied.
Okay.
So right now you guys are in a stone-lined chamber that's about 30 feet by 20 feet. The ceiling is only about 7 feet. The walls are stone reinforced. There is shelvings that you would have to kind of maneuver over. Would classify as difficult terrain if you were kind of maneuvering quickly through this space. Normally there would be limited light. There is a lantern like you see there that is hanging on an old chain above a desk or a workbench, I guess you'd call it. It's not lit.
I'm gonna move over towards the jars and that table. I'm gonna check out, see first off, is this an herbalist outfit, or is this just a warehouse or a storage house or a cold cellar for preserves? I'm going to look at some of those jars, and so I'm going to examine some of the stuff that's there.
Roll me. Roll me investigation.
19.
Okay. You're kind of looking over the jars and what's going, like the way things are laid out, the way the storage is done, the way the workbench is done. This space was organized deliberately, and it was meant for long-term preservation work. So this was like the homestead's cold storage root cellar, where they would do canning and jarring and bagging, and and it looks like, everything around is worn. What's everybody else doing while Valor's kind of checking out?
I'm going to convey that, especially to Zalia.
Yeah, Zalia would say this is exactly what I'd hoped it was. It's just too bad it seems like something else is here.
You said you saw some runes?
Runes. Where did I see runes? If you could. Are you?
You said you saw them in the cellar.
Well, the door lintel or something as we came down, or am I wrong?
The chamber goes a little. You see like another passageway, where it looks like a hallway that goes down. As you are looking, though, make me Zahir and Zaylia. You can make me perception checks.
Okay. And Zaylia would also go up to that lantern and little produce flame, get it to light.
Okay, lantern lights up a space.
Okay, I got 25 for perception.
Okay.
I can't find that. Nice.
You don't see ruins. Could pass for a ruin, but it's scraping marks again.
Oh.
Not scratches, not claws, but like scrapes at certain places.
Like
22
someone may
on my
have been locked in here.
perception.
What did you roll, Zaylia?
22.
22.
Yeah, you notice it too. But you also notice that this is what you thought were ruins, but it's just scratch marks.
Okay. I think I was seeing these, and she runs her hands along them as she sees.
Okay. I guess I will make my way into the next room.
Okay, so you continue forward. As you move deeper, the ground shifts beneath your weight as you're stepping forward. The stone holds around you, not evenly, but it's there. But the ground is shifting not in collapse, but more like just as a response to being stepped on. A little bit of a give to the ground. It might be a layer of dirt or fine dirt. Dust has loosened, though, from seams between stones. One of the nearby shelves that you see lining another wall creaks. Its support bending just enough to remind you that time has not left this place untouched. There is, as you're moving and you're adding movement and sound and pressure, there is reaction to the environment around you as you go. So, who's doing what? Are you continuing forward at this point? Are you stopping for a minute? Are you?
I will stop and then cautiously move forward, putting down my foot and waiting for a response for each movement. So
Okay, so you're going to be the elven trap detector. Take a step forward, step on the ground. Okay, nothing. Okay, move forward, and that kind of thing.
Sure.
Okay.
RT is going to lean over to Xylia. Do we want to try just calling whatever's in here out? If there's some type of creature?
I don't know. I have a feeling to be a bad idea.
All right.
Okay, so you guys are kind of slowed up a little bit, but you're kind of looking over everybody's shoulder, and you can see Zahir in the front doing the whole step and test movement forward, heading down this passageway. You get about halfway, Zahir. It looks like there's another chamber opening up down ahead, but I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Okay. Give me a second to locate my saving throws. Okay. Dex is +2. And I got a 3. +2 is 5.
Okay.
Let's go.
It wasn't a trap. The stone it's old and it's shifted, and you've lost your footing and fall prone. Take 5 points of bludgeoning damage as your head hits hard on the back of the stone. But you are currently prone and lying on the stairs.
Well, I have advantage on ability checks and saving throws made to resist being knocked prone. So
Okay.
let
So
me
you can roll again. Nice.
That is 18 plus 2 is 20.
Yes. So this time you actually did lose your footing, but you caught yourself. Midway down, you guys see Zahir kind of take a step, and all of a sudden it looks like his legs are going out one direction, but his hand reaches up and grabs and catches on a gap between some of the rocks, and you steady yourself. Realizing now that your footing is not the most sturdy. It's not trapped, but it is definitely old.
Okay.
Is he just walking along into another chamber attached to this, or what?
Well, it looks that way at first as you're kind of going down. The further you go, though, you realize that you're kind of almost at looks like a dead end in a way. At first glance, the stone in front of you appears as solid as the rest of everything around you, but the lines of the stonework, even though it's been uneven all the way, they're not lining up. The seams are kind of too clean in one direction, too deliberate. You're kind of feeling your way around.
Does anyone want to check for a secret door or passage leading forward?
What check will that be?
It would be an investigation roll, and if for any rogue abilities, if you have bonuses to detecting shifting doors or passages, or
I have no bonus to investigation.
Okay.
But RT will.
Zero.
So is mine. RT is going to make a very small sound and cast detect magic. Does the word glow?
No.
Okay, it's not magic.
I will try to look for an entrance or a button or a loose stone that may.
Okay, roll me an investigation check.
Does RT see all our magic on us light up?
Yeah, there's different magical items on people that glow.
Huh.
That was an 8 for my investigation.
You can't find anything.
Yeah,
but it's undeniable. Once you now that you're touching, you're tactile. There's a difference in the stone.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm a little confused. Are we in another room, or are we somebody in the hallway? It's a passage. So the only one in there is really Zahir?
No, you guys went down. You've gone about another 40 feet.
Okay, as I was doing all the jars and everything, I guess everybody trickled off. Okay, so I gotta. Vaylor turns around and sees he's all alone, for God's sakes. So
they're only 5 feet in front of you.
I'm going to go down. I hear the voices, so I go follow.
Okay. So you get down to where they are, and they're kind of checking out what looks like the end of the road.
Okay.
And this is like a passage. It's not like a hallway. It's like a little bit wider than that. There is shelves that line it. It has been used for stuff and for storage over time. But you're at the end of it now, and this one patch of stonework looks different.
Okay, and it's a little bigger than what I see, right?
Yeah, that was actually the side
I
passage.
gotta get my big toad ass through that thing. Okay, that's why I'm saying.
No, you at this point in this passage, it's probably about 10 feet wide.
Okay, thank you.
Going down, so you're fine.
Okay.
Right now, other than the fact that it looks different, they haven't found anything.
Okay.
Yeah, Vaylor, there's something wrong about this wall. I think it opens up, but I haven't been able to find a way to open it.
Zelia starts pushing on the stone blocks that make up the wall.
Investigation check, please.
All right, I'm gonna concentrate on the rock formations. I want to see what is what has been used probably the most compared to
That's
the
a
one
7.
here?
Yeah, you don't notice anything, Lilia. You can make an investigation, Valar, as well.
All right. Ooh, 18?
Okay, luckily someone got it. Yeah, you kind of identify a section that moves if it's pushed in a certain way, and you identify that. And to open, I need someone to make me a strength check, please.
Oh, I get to here. You come over here.
Yeah.
Or
What did you find?
I'm going to find my mind. Going to use my mind on it. Anyways, I'll explain to him that these rocks here seem to move slightly, but it needs a push.
Yeah,
it needs a push or a pull.
Just a strength check, not an athletics check.
Actually, make me an athletics.
Okay.
Can I give him guidance?
Sure, you can.
With advantage here.
That's with a D4, right?
Yep.
Right.
Okay. 21.
Okay.
Strength athletics.
And you slide it off to the side. It reveals a passage that is about 4 feet wide. So Valor might have a little bit of a problem. And it's only 6 feet high.
Oh, crap. It's like canning. It's like
terrain itself you see is not stone anymore. It's a mix of stone and dirt. It's uneven and broken in different spots. It would classify as difficult terrain when moving. So you're moving at 15 feet per round, not 30. And other than your lights that you're bringing in, it is completely dark down here. Start to see bits of root coming through the ground and off to the side wall, coming through the ground. Intrusion of dirt coming down through stone.
No longer cut walls. No longer stacked stone walls.
Not like it was before.
Okay. I think
You're no longer on stone floor though, so you do have dirt at your feet.
Okay. Xylia, did you have any idea that this was down here?
No,
Whatever's made
that's
those
why-
scratches could have come through here.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Where do you think we are in relation to the house right now?
Outside the house at the moment.
Yeah, we're definitely
Most
outside.
likely outside the backyard.
We're not under the house
No.
yet.
No. Well, did we know what direction?
Looks like you're moving
that
away
wall
from the
was
house,
going?
actually.
Away from the house?
Yes, at the moment. When you came down the stairs, you were kind of like right at the very bottom of the stairs, you were under the house, the common room. And then that room takes up another one, and then there's a side passage which takes up part of the side of the house, but then keeps going. So you have now kind of left the property. Or not the property, but the actual structure up top.
Okay. I guess I will move through first, if that's okay with everyone else.
I'm definitely not taking point.
Yeah, I'll move through first. And
You step into the passage.
my boots allow me to ignore the first 10 feet of difficult terrain.
Okay.
So do I move a little faster than everyone else?
Yep. You move
Okay.
it. You move at 30. You're walking down the thing.
But everyone else, I'll stay with everyone else. I don't want to get too far ahead.
Okay. So you stepped in. Behind you, Riptide, Valor. Actually, Valor's probably
No.
taking-
I'm going to be plugging the corridor. So I'm going
plugging the way out, blocking the exit. So you got Riptide and then Xylia coming through the passage. Are you guys doing anything as you're moving down this passage? This narrow.
I'm just trying to
Uh,
listen for stuff.
I want to
You're
look
listening?
for signs of movement in the ground, on the dirt.
Okay, so Zahir's survival, Riptide, I need perception.
All right. That's not too bad. Okay. 22.
Okay.
26 for Zahir.
And 26. Okay. So, Riptide, you hear very, very faint movement ahead. Somewhere down this tunnel, this passage. It's not approaching, it's not getting louder, or it just seems like it's just moving. Zahir, as you're moving down and you're going, you ignore the first 10 feet and then you start to slow down anyway. You start to notice there's patterns in the dirt and in the roots that are there. It looks like something has traveled across over the dirt, across the area a couple of times, like repeated. And with that roll, with your survival, the movement patterns seem territorial.
Okay. I'll explain this to everyone. There's something down here, definitely, and it is territorial.
I can hear sounds up ahead, so we should probably be cautious.
Okay.
You continue. How are you able to fit in here, Valor, at all?
I'm slowly squeezing my body through.
Okay. Because as you get to a spot in the front of here, the tunnel narrows down to about 3 feet, 3.5 feet. So you're sucking it in, Valor. You're like, moving through. The walls are just pressing closer, and some of the stone has given way, and there's frequent bursts of roots and earth and dirt sticking through the wall. Roots are also hanging low from above and brushing against your armor and your skin. The air is changing again. It's not cooler, but now it feels claustrophobic, like it's been sealed. The ground begins to slope downward a little bit more than it was. Then eventually it starts to level out into a wider space up ahead as you go. And the darkness there feels different as you're kind of approaching. Again, you all have your light sources and you're approaching this area of darkness. And as you are approaching, Riptide, you were listening in the first place, you hear something. The space, the darkness is not empty. There's something there. Give me 1 second, guys. I have to take a quick pause. I forgot to do something.
Okay.
It's okay.
We are now in control.
Yeah.
What do you hear?
Something that's so nice and totally not going to attack us in 10 seconds.
Oh, okay.
Well, I think
Maybe they're friendly.
I know I did not. I seen the scratches or markings, but I wasn't paying attention. I would like to inquire a little bit more about them, but because I was wondering if they were deliberate. You know what I mean? If
they looked like they were deliberate.
yeah, like if somebody was marking days, like they go shh.
Oh yeah.
So that's why I was wondering what those markings were. But
So, just to recap, you were on your way down. It's
Yep.
sloping downwards. You see it start to level out ahead of you. There's it opens into a darkened space. If you go further, your light's probably already visible in there, down this corridor. But what are you currently doing?
I'm gonna. Well, with the light, I can't really stealth because it shows me moving forward. I guess I will pull my warhammer out and put my shield on and slowly move through the space.
Okay. Xylea?
She does another produce flame. So she and grabs her quarterstaff. So she has the flame in one hand. You see this flame.
Ready? Baylor?
Well, am I out of the birthing canal yet?
Yeah, you can. Well, actually, we'll deal with Riptide first because you're last coming through. So, Riptide, what about you?
Following kind of, I'm stepping out with Zahir, and then I'm going off to the left of whatever room, and I've extinguished the light that I had.
All right, so you're going off to the left in the darkness. Okay. All right, Baylor, you pop out.
Anyways, I guess I'm there, and I'm sort of. Is it? I can still see because there is some sense of light.
Zalia's still got her flame going. Zahir's got his light going.
So I'm going to start focusing on the surroundings. I want to know what's in front of us.
Well, ahead of you, this tunnel kind of opens up just enough to allow the darkened area to take shape with your light spells. Not fully, never fully, but enough to know that there is something down here, and something has marked this place their own. There's a kind of an odd odor to the area. So here you're noticing those tracks again, their presence in the space. The air is pretty still, and it's suddenly quiet. You don't really hear anything at this point. Let me pull up.
So we don't see anything in this room, creature-wise.
That's kind of the space you're in right now.
Hmm.
It's low, it's crouched, and it's dark, and it goes everywhere. Like, you don't see anything other than rock and dirt and roots, and you see bit of foundational structure there that's in the, but again, mostly dirt that is there.
Is that a creature with an eyeball?
Yeah, I think it probably was supposed to be a snake, but there's no snake there.
Okay. Okay.
So I have a question. Xylea being the druid type, and druid of the type of druid she is, would she have a sense this is more animals, beast slayer, or does she feel like it's more of a monstrosity or something?
This space, I mean, it could be anything from a giant rat to a snake to some kind of a lizard, to even a cobalt living under here, for all you know. It's just small enough to be tight and surrounded, but it looks like there's enough networking down here to choke a horse. There's space. I mean, it's kind of opened up, but as I said, it's not fully. There's all these different passages and cavities. The walls pull back enough to form this like low space. And the stone has given way, as I said, to earth and root. The ground here, very uneven, pressed into shallow depressions and ridges that do not follow any natural patterns whatsoever. The ceiling dips in places, forcing you to kind of duck and go through in certain areas as well. The roots are thicker down here, like not thin, like you'd expect further away, but they are pretty thick and dense as you've gone down. You just kind of, you see them breaking through the like the roots breaking through the stone, but not in a way that's trying to be destructive, that it's just trying to grow between stones and expand and finding its path. There is that scent in the air. It's not decay, it's not rot, it's not like wet dog or anything like that, but there's something kind of between the two, just like an odd smell in the air. It clings to the back of your throat. It's dry and it's heavy, and the space feels occupied.
I'll lift my
So right
marsh-
now, low 6-foot ceiling. There's ranged attacks. Forget it. Anything beyond 15 feet, not going to happen. It's completely difficult terrain over the entire area. Although there is root clusters you can get some cover from, and there's enough little side passages and so on, which could be hiding anything, including yourselves. So, with that in mind, 8:15. Okay.
Deacon, before you go anywheres,
Yep.
I see this root formation. Do I see its tree-like root?
Somewhere above.
Okay, but it's tree, right?
It's definitely wooded tree,
Okay.
but there seems to be way more roots down here than what the forest above even dictates, and you're down pretty far.
Okay, because I was going to go with my little kit, and I want to take a sampling of it, sort of assess what type of root it was, which tree it was, and then I want to convey that to Zelia to say it is a tree. And then she knows where the property is, what trees are on what part of the property. She may be able to, then we can find out where exactly are we.
Roll me a nature check.
Can I assist?
Yep.
Okay.
15 with 1, 15, 1, 15, 16.
This is a cypress root, and there's no way it should be down this far or this big. If that's a cypress tree up top, it's a huge cypress tree.
So I convey this to Zelia. Like, where are the cypress trees in relationship to the house?
Back of the
Well,
property.
just south. You saw at the back of the house. I pointed off that way where the watcher
So we know
watching
we're
us.
still in the south, evidently.
The chamber went south. The chamber went away from the house to the
Yep.
south, and now you're.
Well, yeah, you saw the tree line for the cypress trees started. So
Yeah.
And do you
30,
tell her
40
about
feet
how
from the
big
house.
the tree must be?
Oh, well, I was going to say it'd be absolute gargantuan because a cypress root does not come down this far. Never does it come this far.
You're surprised that there's stone structure here. So that stone structure had to have been from down here, not from up top.
yeah,
The only big tree that you know of, Xylea, up top, the biggest tree that is noticeable in the Southern Grove, is the tree in which that individual is hiding in, or that you saw that shape hiding in. That tree is massive.
or sprouts
And
saw
that-
it too.
So you're pretty deep
Sprouts
into
the cat. You're familiar.
the wood.
Okay. So that gives you an idea where we currently are?
Under the
Because
Yeah,
trees.
you're pretty deep in.
Okay. All right. Cypress.
All right.
Why is there
I'm
stone
gonna have
structure
you
here? This
guys-
looks like it dug out from an animal. But why would there be stone?
You need
I mean, work
Well,
stacks.
somebody had to put that stone there. Is the stone there for support, or is the stone there? Was the stone there originally?
Could it be that we're looking at maybe some old mining shafts that maybe also got dug up, dug around by some animal, and they're kind of now intertwined.
Possibility.
Let me see if I can share it.
It's possible. 150 years would change the landscape a bit. If something was buried under a lot of dirt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
So we're going to share that screen. We are in this kind of a underground area.
Okay.
Where did I put that bad guy?
The operative word being bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
D4.
Bring him in. Okay. Let's bring. Shoot. Give me 1 second, guys. Where did it go?
He's behind us. Failer, get him.
All right. So yeah, you're in this space. I need a perception check. And if anybody that has any form of tremor sense or sound bonuses can apply them for this perception.
Okay.
Okay, I got a 23 for Xylea.
22 for Zahir.
19.
Okay.
13. I did not roll well.
13. So you're a little surprised, Riptide. The rest of you sense movement coming down from one of the tunnels ahead, and coming out is a creature that I wish I had another image here of them. Actually, I think I do. I'm going to share it first if I can find it. Looks at that
Oh.
as it pops out of the ground, not out of that tunnel, but out of the ground in front of that tunnel. So now I'll put that back on the stage.
Does RT recognize that creature?
No.
Okay, it's not a root bounder.
Where are we here? No, that is not. Just making sure that I didn't put the wrong thing in here.
Has Zahir seen something similar in the desert?
No.
Okay.
This is clearly something from here, from these lands. So at that point, it has popped out. And it's going to look around. I'm trying to find my dice. I can't figure out where everything was. There we go.
It'll notice me because of the light rock on my hanging from my neck.
The only one it might not see is RT, because RT's in the dark at the moment, if she chooses to be.
She had light source. She was hoping.
I did, but I had dark vision.
So you've
I
kind of
could see
done
it,
this. This is the way it kind of was at the moment. You guys came in the passage like this, and RT, you did say you were going off to the left. So
Yes.
So you were the one that is actually surprised the most when this thing pops its head out, looking at you. So yeah, he definitely sees you right up front, and I need initiatives, please.
And it's been 10 minutes since we first entered that little area.
Oh yeah, forgot. I gotta go back and do that one.
18.
I've got to go back and check something.
Because it produced flame lasts only 10 minutes, so didn't know if I was still holding the flame.
Yeah, the flame would have went out, but I think you said you did relight it, so
I can anytime.
I'm just looking for something that I had made a note.
Yeah, I had it in my hand when we stepped into this section.
I know you said you had it in your hand. You pulled out your staff. I don't know what you lit your staff, or you had your
Nope.
staff ready. Okay, I
Nope,
didn't know if
hand.
you had a thing on
Hand
the
has
end.
the flame.
Okay,
Staff with the other staff. Hand.
You don't have a get a flint or whatever. What do you call those little things on the end?
Don't have to. Just go flame.
Anyway,
Throw that flame. Throw it.
I can do that too.
Good.
so we are at Riptide. What's your initiative?
22.
22. Nice. Baylor.
3 and 2 makes 5.
Okay. Xylea.
Dirty 20.
Oh,
Okay. And Zahir.
24.
24. Top of the round. Zahir, that's you. What are you doing? This thing just kind of bursts out of the ground.
Okay. So I ignored the first 10 feet of difficult terrain.
Yep. Those are 5-foot squares, so you can move to.
Yeah. And then difficult terrain, I will enter guardian stance. And I guess I'll step next to it.
Okay. So you've gone to guardian stance and you step next to it.
Yeah. And guardian stance is a bonus action.
Yep. And now you're just holding.
Yeah, I'll hold my attack in case it attacks. I don't know if it's a bad guy yet or what.
Okay. Riptide, you were surprised seeing this thing just burst out of the soil and the dirt. And then all of a sudden, as well, out of nowhere, Zahir shows up and kind of runs past, gets into a kind of like a protective stance and stands between you and it. What are you doing?
Archie kind of startles at the movement, and then she is just going to pull out her rapier because she's a little bit closer than she would like to be at this moment, but she is going to wait to see if it charges, and if it charges, she will hit it with a spell.
Okay. All right. And that brings us to, yeah, that's its turn. And it will do. Yeah, you're by itself.
So we're in a little passageways, but there's no drop-offs or anything.
Right beside it. You can take an opportunity attack, Zahir, as it tunnels back into the ground.
I would take my readied action.
If you wish.
It didn't attack. It didn't attack.
No, it did not. It's letting you know it's diving back under the ground. It's burrowing.
19 to hit. For
that hits.
Okay. 8 bludgeoning and 2 fire.
8 bludgeoning and 2 fire. So 10 points. Okay. He is gone, and that brings us to C5. You hear behind you, Riptide. You hear rock and stone from the side wall as this thing comes out and it claws at you.
Okay, it's going to want to make a wisdom save since my ready action will go off.
Okay. Wisdom save is 18. Anything?
Nope, not even half damage. Okay.
Okay. So he comes out. You're there, and he is doing. First, he'll do a bite. 17 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. 14 piercing damage.
This is gonna hurt. Okay.
And an 18. And that's 11 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Does Riptide drop, or is Riptide flying? Is she hurt? Where's she at?
She's standing, but she got hit and like kind of bams back into the wall and goes, "Ow!"
Yeah. Speaking of which, because he came out from the wall, I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Oh no. My poor girl with her -2.
Chris, your screen is frozen.
Who, mine?
Yeah, you're.
He's just in shock right now.
There, now I'm moving.
So is RT. RT got a 3.
Okay, so RT, you are knocked prone.
Fair. And RT has like a really big gash across her now. That's
Yeah,
a
that'd be a
half.
nasty one. That would be a nasty slash. And that'll take us to Celia.
Okay, so she sees this thing come out /RT. So she's gonna throw that flame from her in her hand at it. And so I think, if I recall, I still have to make a regular attack, but I don't know what my bonus is. Let me look it up. I don't have my little spell book written yet. Oh, shoot. Okay, here we go. So, yeah, so ranged attack, is it since I'm fairly close, it's going to work? Since I'm pretty much right direct line?
Got to be within 15 feet or you won't be able to hit him. Yeah, you can get him just barely.
Yeah, I can move forward to close the gap a bit too. Oh yeah, I rolled an 18, so that would probably hit him after I add my bonuses. Okay, so that is going to be 13 fire damage.
13 fire damage. Very nice. Okay.
And then, as a bonus action, Xylia transforms into a lioness.
Okay. So you've hit it. All right. So because you hit it, this terrain that Riptide is standing on all crumbles. I need a dexterity saving throw, Riptide.
I use Earthen Bulwark as a reaction to give her a platform to stand on.
Yep. So you give her a platform to stand on, so you don't have to worry about the roll. I'm gonna just let you. You're fine with it, but it looks like that was gonna knock you into like a big hole. And this thing created it.
Fun.
So that was as a reaction. And then, all right. So Xylea, you did yours. You're good. So who's
The toad.
Oh, just that's it, Valor. Your last one.
Anyways, question.
Yep.
A trait, my bog collar trait, that's not considered an action, right?
It can be depending on what it is.
It's a croak call.
It's a free action.
That's a free. Okay. So
Yeah.
y'all going to hear this. You're going to hear this gurgling croak come out of his throat. And what that's going to do. So all allies within 30 feet. Are you in 30 feet?
Everybody's within 30 feet.
Okay. Everyone has advantage on their next attack roll first. And then I'm going to hit him with a psychic. Where'd it go? I'm going to hit him with Mind Spike.
Okay. You mind spike him.
Yeah. So it's going to be an intelligence save first.
He fails.
Okay.
7.
Okay. So let me get this first. I need 3d8s. I can do 3d8s. Here we go. 6, 12, and 5, 17. So that's 17 psychic damage. And he cannot benefit, or she, or it, whatever, cannot benefit from invisibility or hiding for a minute.
Okay.
So he's going to burrow. He ain't going to burrow. So you got that damage on him?
Yeah. Okay. So that brings us to the top of the round. That's Zahir.
Zahir is going to cast Nature's Grasp just past the creature so that it doesn't catch Riptide or Xylea or Valor.
Okay.
He needs to make a DC 15 strength saving throw as I cause roots or vines to erupt from the ground within 30 feet. So this is coming at him from all different directions, I guess.
6.
He must succeed on the strength saving throw or be restrained for 1 minute.
So he is restrained. So everybody gets advantage for 1 minute, which is 10 rounds. So pretty much with combat, you have advantage. Unless he breaks free.
Yeah. Can I use my bonus action to move Riptide out of the way? Or is that considered an action?
That would be like a shove. That'd be an action.
Okay. So I will just I'll move to where I am now. The Nature's Grasp was an action.
Okay.
I
All
don't
right.
have
So that's your action. So Riptide.
Well, she's mad enough. She's going to try to stab it.
Okay. Stab me, stab me.
Hopefully.
You might want to stand up first.
You have advantage.
I will, of course, stand up first. Yeah, that's not fast. Let's see if this other dice is going to do that. Okay, that is only a 16 to hit.
It hits.
All right. And that is going to be 10 piercing from the rapier.
Yeah, piercing. Nice. Okay. And that takes us to me. But this time it's got 2 targets. Well, except it's at disadvantage.
Yeah.
Isn't he grappled?
He's restrained.
Yeah, he gets disadvantage.
He can still attack, but they're at disadvantage.
Or you can just try and bust out.
It doesn't say anything about being able to bust out in the description.
It doesn't? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm stuck. No, I don't think that's going to hit. That one might. 15 plus. Well, dirty 20 to hit. That's
To hit
with
who?
this.
To
That
hit
was the
Zahir?
claw. Yeah.
No. Zahir is a 20.
No, he doesn't hit you? Okay.
No.
So he clawed at you and missed. Went off your armor or whatever. Okay, and now that brings us to Xylea. He was going to burrow, but he can't.
All right, kitty cat, go get her. Go get him. You're muted.
Mute, mute.
Thank you. Haven't really said anything yet, but thank you. Does RT look bloodied?
Yeah, RT's at half.
Okay, so I want to try to get over there, near enough to her. Now, is that thing coming out of the wall?
It came. Yeah, it burst out of the wall when it burrowed in the ground by where Zahir was. It just came out there.
So is this right here? Is that wall? Can I be there?
Yeah, you're in the nature's grasp, but I don't think it's actually restraining you. It may be more difficult terrain.
Yeah, it's difficult terrain if you're going to go there. Yeah, that's all.
Okay.
You're fine.
But if I were to move to here, would I be out of the nature's grasp?
No, you're still in difficult terrain.
You'd be fine. You're just in difficult terrain. It's not restraining you.
Yep. Just remember, you're a lion. You're nimble.
Yep, and I'm also now flanking.
Yep.
Yep.
You get advantage anyway.
Okay, so the lion.
You guys get advantage against this thing for all of 10 turns, like 10 rounds.
Okay.
Unless he
The
somehow gets
lion
out.
makes 2 attacks. 2 rend attacks.
Yep.
Okay, first one is a is a 13 to hit.
That misses.
Oh, lousy line. Oh, good. The second one is a 21 to hit. 21 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Okay. All right. So it looks like we're doing 8 plus 3. 8 slashing damage.
Slashing. Okay. And it's now bloodied. Okay. That is so we're back to Valor.
All right. We're going to hit him with a psychic assault. 2d10. Here we go. Where are you? Where's the other one? Maybe for measure, let's. We're going to add another psychic point on it, or psionic point on it. Give him another further 1d6 damage. Here we go.
Okay. What's his saving throw?
Intelligence.
14.
Intelligence savings versus psionic DC. Where's my psionic?
10. It fails.
Fails. Okay.
Sorry, I forgot. I got a -4 intelligence.
Okay. All right. We have a 9 and 6. That's 15 plus 3. So 18.
18 points of damage.
Yep.
Okay. Back to top of the round. See here.
We'll see here. We'll attack with advantage. I got a nat 20. So, but I rolled really low on a lot of things. So 11 base bludgeoning damage, which doubles to 22 bludgeoning.
Okay, so 11.
6 fire. And only 6 thunder. This thunder was all ones.
Okay. So your bludgeoning hits, now that you've hit him a couple times, it's not having the same effect.
Right. I figured that's
everything.
why I'm giving you the damage individually.
Yep. Okay, so he's there. So your one ability is gone. So he can do that again and hide.
So if he hides for 1 minute, is that 10?
He's restrained.
He's restrained.
Okay.
He's not
He
going.
has. He does have an ability that he can.
But my invisibility and hiding is for 1 minute. Is that 10 rounds?
That's 10 rounds.
Oh, it's 10 rounds for your. Yeah. So you're.
Yeah.
So you're still. All right. So he's not doing anything.
You cannot.
Hit him. So he's hit there. He's hit there. So I need Xylea, Riptide, and Zahir to make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Is this to be knocked prone?
Yes.
Okay.
As the ground just kind of. Was Xylea, what'd you roll?
15.
I got a
Okay.
15 as well.
You're fine. You got a 15. You're fine. Riptide?
I got a 7.
Okay, so well, Xylea and Zahir, you're bracing yourself as the ground kind of gives way under your feet. Riptide, the ground gives under your feet, and you kind of fall about 10 feet down a little. I'll move you here on the map. Second.
She's still standing on that, or the bulwark pillar.
Are you moving the pillar?
No, she's still standing on it though. She hasn't moved. She hasn't moved spaces.
And how long does that bulwark stay there? It's just dirt though now, right?
It's solid iron or stone, dirt. It doesn't say it goes away.
No, it's not that. This thing has the ability to turn all of the ground around it within 5 feet.
Okay, that'll probably counter the earthen bulwark then.
Yeah, that's why I was curious. I didn't know how that worked. So you're about here, and you take 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
You're just taking a pummeling this
I'm having a rough time. That's okay.
this encounter. Jeez. Okay, so that was on a reaction. We are. Okay, sorry. Valar just went. Zahir just went.
All of a sudden, I can't hear you guys.
Riptide? I think we're on you now.
Yeah. Okay. I would like it to fail a wisdom save, please.
Yeah, and it probably did. Yeah, maybe 12.
Okay, that fails. So that is going to be. She's mad enough that she's casting it up. Okay. And that is with the +3 for the legend status that she's entering. Okay, thank you guys. That's decent. I'll accept that. That is going to be 20 psychic damage.
You've got the nature's grasp on it, but it goes limp in the grasp of the roots.
Okay.
Currently not. Where's my thing?
I will poke it with the hammer.
Poof, poof, poof. Yeah, so it's dead. You make sure of it. It's toast.
I study it with nature to figure out what kind of creature.
I'm going to basically assume that you guys will do all that when you resurface to figure out what's here, and you're obviously gonna take it to study and see if you can
figure out what it is.
Parts of it. For sure.
How big is it?
It's man size, like it's about 6 feet long.
Could
but about 4.5, 5 feet.
Lion? Could she drag it up?
It's even with the lion. It's heavy. Like it's gonna
Remember,
be difficult.
we got to get it through that corridor.
You got to get through that narrow opening, and that's gonna be the hard part because it can fit through, but that's when it's under its own movement. You're kind of dragging a dead thing up and through, but you can get it out. There's not a problem there.
I can get it through.
The ground now settles, like everything seems still in the space that you're in. The roots press in through the stone still. The air still has that dry, weightless scent to it. The tunnel still doesn't feel empty, but it definitely feels quieter, at least at this portion, as though something that once claimed this particular space is now no longer here.
I'll check the scratches on my armor to see if they compare to the scratches in the hall.
Yeah, it's just basically it's scales scratching against wooden surfaces and things like that. So it wasn't like claw marks, it was just kind of rubbing against it and leaving its mark as it's going through.
Okay.
Pads over.
Oh, sorry.
What
Go ahead, Artie.
Oh, she's gonna just try to climb out of this pit and put her arms up on the side of it. Is it dead? It better be dead.
Zahir would have helped her climb out.
Yeah, Zelia pads over to her.
Okay.
And this lioness says to her, "Are you badly hurt?" In Zelia's voice. Can I help with that?
Yes, magic lion.
Zelia lion touches her nose to her and casts Cure Wounds on her.
Excellent. So you guys now, you've got this little lair area that you explore, you poke about, you see there's like little chambers and rooms and tunnels. Like this place seems like it could go on for a long time. This one area though, where you first came in, that has this wall structure kind of sticking out of it, you follow it around a little bit, and behind this layer where this thing was looks like you've been eating and whatever else in the area, the tunnel doesn't end, it continues, and the stone here changes to more raw and rugged, but you still see that wall that's very deliberate. And it's not worn by earth and roots the further it kind of goes to a certain point. But it's definitely been shaped by something or someone with a purpose at this end, this far down. At the far end, you see darkness, and then your light kind of opens it up. And at the very end is a door. It is a heavy iron reinforced locked door. And with that, we are going to end episode 43 of MiniAdventures, The Buried Breath. You've now uncovered a deeper secret.
Oh my goodness. Why is there a door down there?
Yeah, and it's still facing in that southern direction in which you were kind of heading all the way along. You guys, other than the beast, the creature, 575 experience points each for tonight's little misadventure.
575?
575.
Okay.
And Let me figure out what there is here. Let's go.
Zelia drags that carcass.
Okay, so
Yep.
yeah, you drag the carcass out, so you'll have the carcass at the top. You guys also do find out of those jars and stuff that you were looking through, Valor, and other things in the storage area. There are 5 different preserved resources, which we'll do that up separately on what they are, and that can be added to the inventory for Stonefield Rise, or you can give away some of it if you wish. But that's where we are now. The tunnel, as I said, it doesn't end. Beyond the lair lies a constructed passage that seems older than the homestead itself. At its end stands a door that was not really meant to be found by the looks of things. It has not been opened, at least not anytime recently. And that's, as I said, where we will end it as we tease into a possible one shot or just expanded Discord roleplay. One shot for those watching also means rather than a 2-hour gameplay, it turns to a 3 to 4 hour gameplay. So a little bit more of an extended session for those types of events, if I'm able to pull it together. I know what's there. I just need to write something geared to beat up my players.
I think you did a good job. I got beat up.
Well, at least one of my players got beat up this episode.
Before we leave this door, I want to examine, does the door open in or does it open out?
It actually opens in towards where you are. Like pulls open.
We have to pull the door.
So we have to pull the door as opposed to push the door. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
All right.
Freaking people. You annoy me.
Did we have anything in Stonefield Rise storage that could let me put a door down in the cellar where we started that passageway?
Oh, you can most definitely. It looks like there may have been a time long ago that the original homesteaders may have kind of uncovered a certain passage that on its way somewhere just happened to go through a burrowing system of a particular creature that was there, but then continue on on that linear passage that you see with the lines up top. Kind of the indents in the soil, the differences in shape, kind of have gone down and formed into this other space. So obviously this door was discovered about 150 years ago. It may have been opened then, you're not sure. But as of right now, it looks like it hasn't been opened in a very, 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 very long time. And that encounter was not part of the door, the passageway, the stonework. It was just kind of like, you kind of as they were tunneling and exploring, they kind of uncovered a layer of whatever this thing is. For those that are kind of recording it and taking it down, this is actually known as a burrow stalker.
Burrow stalker.
A burrow stalker. It is a challenge rating 6 encounter. You guys really took away its abilities when you restrained it, and you made it so that it couldn't burrow under the ground. So
yeah, good
it
job.
has a lot of it. It can burrow like 10 feet away without an attack of opportunity. It can move at its full movement underground and pop up with surprise against attackers, and but it all involves its burrowing technique. So you guys did well. So those of you watching, thank you very much for tuning in. Thanks for finding our channel on YouTube, on Twitch, on Kick. You're welcome to come and watch on Tuesday nights as we do our mini adventures, or come by on Thursday nights and watch the Pirates of the Scarlet Reaver try their luck in the city of Lowforge on Thursdays. So be sure to tune in for that. Again, the little scroll thing here in the bottom. Do the whole like, subscribe, follow, set the vital icon, and of course the lnk.bio/DeaconsTable. Come and join us on the Discord. Say hello, hang out, chat, roll up a character, become part of the story, because every character changes the world. It changes the setting as we go. It is an ongoing setting modular system. So we're really excited about that. So again, thank you very much again for everybody. Thank you to my players. And thank you to the audience. We love you very much. Thank you again. And everybody be safe out there. And make sure until next time, I really hope that all your rolls are critical. Not just the 20, but also relish the 1, especially as a DM, because they can be just as much fun. Bye for now, everybody.
Bye.
Ciao.